Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Council-in-Committee. We have two delegations today. I would ask that the delegations please make presentations for approximately 10 minutes and then allow 5 minutes for questions, if there's any questions. The first delegation is Michael Kim, Director of Operations, and Chuck Keeling, Vice President, Stakeholders Relations and Responsibility Gambling from Fraser Downs Racetrack and Casino. Good evening.
Thank you, Councillor Woods, and thank you for the opportunity to provide the Mayor and Council a brief update on the project at Fraser Downs Racetrack and Casino. My name is Chuck Keeling, VP of Stakeholder Relations and Responsible Gaming for Great Canadian Gaming Corporation, the parent company of Fraser Downs Racetrack and Casino, and soon to be, as of December 17th, Elements Casino. So to my right is actually the newly appointed General Manager of the facility, Michael Kim. Michael joined our company in 2004 as a car dealer and has quickly worked his way up to where he's now going to be overseeing this important project and this important facility in our company. So a brief background in terms of this rebrand. Most of you know that there's some family connections and some history that I have on a personal basis with this facility, and it is a little surreal for me in that this facility started 40 years ago. In 1996, we rebranded this as Fraser Downs with a $3 million overhaul. In 2005, we invested $40 million into this facility, and now here in 2015, we're investing another $12 million and rebranding it again as Elements Casino. I'm going to turn it over to Michael to quickly walk you through a couple of the renderings of the facility.
Thanks, Chuck. Thank you guys for having me. I'll quickly walk you guys through the presentation. Elements Casino. We wanted to come up with a very good vision statement, something that wasn't overachieving, overpromising, and under-delivering. We wanted to hit the mark, and we felt the vision statement of the place to be for entertainment and new experiences was exactly hitting the nail on the head. We wanted a place where people could come to, take all the amenities, add them into our building, and have a night out for whether it's a group of 1 or a group of 10. We wanted to cater to everyone coming through the door. Our brand positioning is quite simple. To a broad range of adults, we will be the place to be, casually upscale, a fun experience of food, drinks, entertainment, socializing, and gaming. Whatever you want, delivered with unrivaled personalized service. The last statement there of unrivaled personalized service is something that is very close to home for us. We have spent a significant chunk in bringing a group called Raving Consulting up from Las Vegas to work with all of our team members on site, and we promise to deliver unrivaled personalized service. It's a program that we tried instilling at Hard Rock, and it's worked very successfully, and we've brought that program now to Elements Casino. Moving over to the amenities, you'll see that we will, in our final phase, have over 500 slot machines, 24 table games, a poker room, 4 new restaurants, and something that we've been really harping on to get through is our live music and entertainment venue. Of course, with the history of Fraser Downs, we will continue to have live and simulcast horse racing. This is a picture of our atrium space. For those of you who have been to Fraser Downs in the past or currently, you can see how this space is transformed from what kind of looked like a very cement block car dealership space to now looking like a gaming facility. We'll have well over 150 slot machines on the gaming floor, providing that sense of arrival when you walk into the building. We also removed the cladding from the top there, providing an open view from the second deck to the floor. And you can see there's a bar in the back, which I'll get to in a moment. Our first amenity that I'd like to talk about is our Diamond Buffet. 7 days a week for lunch and dinner, also catering to brunch on the weekends. It'll seat over 160 people with price ranges from $12 to $18. So it'll provide a very fair and equitable price point for a quality buffet. We're looking to draw in quite a few people in our demographic. We know that through our research and our studies show that people were looking for a buffet and somewhere that they could eat that was quality and at a great price point. We feel we'll hit the nail on the head with this. We also will have specialty nights, theme nights, Mother's Day, Easter, and we're also going to put a seafood buffet in every other Sunday, so it'll be a very quality food buffet. And we actually hired a new executive chef to make sure we hit the home run on this buffet. Moving over to foodies, this is actually currently the rendering of our redevelopment of our deli space that's in our current facility. It's just quick and grab-and-go items, nothing too fancy. It'll probably be a fair price range of about $5 to $10. We're pricing it out right now, looking at different menu options, but again, quick grab-and-go items, burgers, fries, sandwiches, pastas. Moving over to our rendering of Escape, this is slightly off as the stage will be on the other side of the facility. This is our former clubhouse space. It's actually been raised from 4 tiers to 1 level. We're looking to have live entertainment on Fridays and Saturday nights. Also looking to bring in specialty acts throughout the week, whether it's a comedy night on Sunday, any type of ethnic festivities as well. This room also provides a great space for banquets. Again, through our research, we knew that there was facilities lacking in the Surrey area to accommodate 250 to 300 people in a banquet space comfortably. So again, we'll have the ability to turn this over at banquet space Monday to Thursday. Friday to Saturday, we'll have live entertainment. And yes, this rendering looks exactly the same as the first one, with one exception. The Molson Canadian Lounge, we're proud to partner with Molson Canadian. It was a long process. It took us over 8 months to get the deal done, but it was finally sealed a couple of weeks ago. We'll be introducing the Molson Canadian Lounge into the market. This was a big, important piece for me personally. I felt I wanted something to resonate. We were making these promises with our rebrand and what we're going to do for the community, but we really wanted to take this one step further and say that, we've partnered with one of the biggest brands, not only in Canada, but across the world. A place where you guys can come, a place where not every person who's a core gamer now has a place to go and hang out, whether it's Escape in the entertainment space or now in the Molson Canadian Lounge. Bring your friends. Molson Canadian has been a great partner. They're looking to sponsor big events such as the Winter Classic or the NHL All-Star Game. So we now feel that we can draw the right type of people into our facility and cater to all their needs, whether it's watching the big game or just hanging out with friends. And I'll turn it back over to Chuck. Thanks.
Thank you, Michael. So we might be changing the bricks and mortar of the facility, but one of the things that we aspire to not change, we're committed not changing, that is our involvement and our commitment to the Surrey community. As you heard from me at the outset, we've been around here 40 years. We want to be around for another 40, and we want to be recognized and acknowledged as an important contributor to the community for those next 40 years as well. So we wanted to end with this slide. This is not directly relevant to what's happening at Elements Casino, but we do think it's indicative of the role that we see ourselves playing in the community. I'm not going to walk you through these details because we're wrapping up in time, but these are just a couple touch points, a couple data points in terms of our role in this community. We appreciate your time today.
Well, thank you very much. Does anybody have any questions? Councillor Hain.
Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to say, as a Cloverdale resident, really pleased to see that you're making this investment in Elements Casino. I think it'll be really something that the community needs, and I think you've really hit the nail on the head. And I want to commend you for being the kind of corporate partner that you are in the city, and I know throughout the Lower Mainland, but specifically here in the city. And really looking forward, again, just as I said, as a Cloverdale resident, to really enjoying your new facility. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Madam Mayor.
Mr. Chair, and I'll echo that. Thank you for your presentation today. You've been a strong corporate partner for 40 years, and I expect no different than that from this new facility as well. My question is relative to we always understood that we were hoping to have an entertainment complex, and I believe this puts us closer to the mark than we have ever been. So I thank you for that. I like the various restaurant choices. I like that you're changing the second floor from different levels into a full-on entertainment zone with live music. is there an opportunity when you're having things like a comedian to have seating inside? I saw no seating in your presentation, so I'm just curious as to how you will make me feel comfortable when I go to hear your comics, because I don't want to stand.
Yeah, absolutely. There'll be opportunities for seating. We're actually looking at that exact concept for our New Year's Eve. So we have All About Jack playing on New Year's Eve, and that's not a plug. But for that, there'll be live entertainment and about 160 seats. We're going to sell, for New Year's Eve, it'll be a ticketed event for around 160 seats for buffet. So they can go up and there'll still be a buffet set up, have your dinner, and then enjoy the show. So yes, there will definitely be seating. The entertainment space, if I can go back. So the seating, again, the rendering is a bit opposite. So the seating would actually start right at that bottom of the rendering, all the way back.
Okay, thank you.
But opposite from what's shown on here.
Reverse.
Correct.
Okay, thank you for that. And I did have one other question relative to the time you're open. That won't change?
Currently, we're open from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m., Sunday to Thursday, and we've actually just received approval from BCLC about a week ago stating that we are able to go 24 hours. So starting December 17th, we will be a 24-hour operation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I see no other questions, so thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
So next up is Craig Tim, Chairman of the Host Organizing Committee for Surrey 2016 Women's World Softball Championship. Yes.
Hello,
Laura, welcome.
Councillor Wood. Laura Balance here. I'm actually going to start off. With your permission, can we pass out some presentations to Council, sir?
Yes,
okay?
Of course.
Yep.
Go have your seat.
So I'll just say a few words to get us started here today. I am on the board of directors for Surrey 2016, the Women's World Softball Championships. And we are approximately 8 months out of our... we're approximately 8 months out of our event, and we just wanted to come today and give you a very brief update of where we stand in what is an incredibly rigorous planning process. With me here, we have a number of the volunteers who make up the executive of Surrey 2016. These are what I truly would say some of the best and brightest volunteers in this country. They literally are donating hundreds of hours of their time in order to stage this event. To have an event of this size and scope be entirely volunteer driven is quite magnificent, I think, and I think really goes to the spirit of what this event is and how it is becoming. To my right, I have Greg Tim, the chair of our organizing committee and our bid fulfillment team. In your package, I'll just give you a little bit of an update. We are 32 plus teams. The official, under our sanctioning body, we distributed our official invitation with letter of commitment request this week. We anticipate that there will be 32 plus nations, which will make this the largest single sport world championship in North American history. This will set a new global standard on how single sport world championships are run. In total, because we are running the Canadian Open, the event which I'm sure I think all of you have attended, been participated in, and certainly shown our support, and an event that the City of Surrey has championed and supported for many, many years, will run simultaneous to this, to the World Championship, a huge undertaking, but it brings our athlete total up to in excess of 1,800 athletes, 500 officials, coaches, and trainers. We have an expected attendance which will surpass 125,000. We have anticipated 5,000 room nights, and there is a total core team of 650 volunteers that will fulfill this event. 150 of them are actively engaged now as part of the bid fulfillment process. With our teams, we thought you would be interested to see some of the teams that are currently engaged, and we are in the final processes of accepting. I'll draw your attention in particular to nations such as Ireland and in particular Israel. We had an incredible meeting today with the Jewish Federation and the Jewish Congress in Vancouver, the Jewish community led by people who are well known within the city of Surrey like Arnold Silber and a number of the leading Jewish families in this province are absolutely embracing this event. Word has spread throughout their community all the way down to the United States and beyond, and this will represent the first time that Israel has had a national team participate in a world championship since the 1974 Olympic Games in Montreal. This is a huge coup for Canada and Surrey, and I will say that our delegation, Councillor Gill was a part of it, myself, Greg Tim, and was very well supported by then Councillor, now Mayor Hepner. We went to Cartagena, Colombia, and Israel was one of the nations that everybody said it was unable to, that they would not travel a team to North America, and they have committed to traveling that team. They are so excited, and it's a huge, I think, victory for the power of international sports. Our current economic impact assessment is about $20 million directly into the city of Surrey as a result of this tournament, and we continue to work on a number of initiatives, including the cultural benefit, which Greg will tell you about in just a sec, and to increase not only the participation for youth in softball, but also in sport. So I'll turn it over to Greg to talk to you just a little bit about sports management and game format.
Thank you for hearing us today. Recently, in mid-October, we passed a couple of major hurdles here as we prepare for 2016. We did our delegation at the biannual World Baseball and Softball Confederation meeting. And at that meeting, we were given final approval for our competition format, which is a big hurdle for us on how the games are going to be played, when they're going to be played, and how much control we have over the event, and we were very pleased to have our bid or our proposal accepted. And also, due to the great work here of Surrey, of our Parks and Rec staff, our venue review had flying colors. So we were concerned, and I think that was one thing we said initially when we made the bid, is that we had to do some fixing and upgrading to our primary venue at Softball City. And the staff here has done a fantastic job of working with us to help get the fields up to the international standard, to get the venue up to the international standard. We had a review panel show up here in Surrey in July, and they presented their findings to us in October, and we have passed with flying colors. So we can say now, from the competition standpoint, it's all guns a-blazing and we're ready to go. This week, the official invitations go out to the federations from around the world. So we have put forward our offer to each country, and we will now start hearing formal and final acceptances back to our invitations. So we're very, very excited and very proud to represent Surrey that way. When I was in the annual meeting, Surrey 2016 is very renowned. We're the first group to do this, and we've taken on a very, very ambitious approach to this tournament, and the world was buzzing about coming to Surrey, so we're very proud of that. A couple of hurdles we are working on overcoming here. We're working hard at bilingualizing our event. It is time now that we turn to French and English due to our federal government support. We're working hard at pushing this event now into the community. So we have an engagement committee now, a bunch of very enthusiastic local volunteers that are out speaking at Business Improvement Association, Chambers of Commerce, Boards of Trade, service clubs, community and cultural groups to get the word out. Our mission here is to engage the community and ethnicities of all kinds, and our group is working very hard now at meeting with consul generals and political emissaries from countries around the world. So we're working hard at that. We've met with the Board of Education here in Surrey, and we're working with them to try to get some programming into the curriculum. so that we can have a pen pal program and we can have the children in the community start to get excited about having this event in their community. And obviously we're working hard through the sports program to get the softball group and the soccer groups and whatnot, anybody that's interested in sports in general, into the event. So we're very proud of the hard work we're doing there. We're working hard as a group here, going out and meeting cultural communities with the thought here that during the competition, it's not just going to be sports on the field, but it's going to be lots of things for the visitors to do while they're here, a program together for the teams, and also for the local community to celebrate their national flag at our park venue. So we're working very hard at doing that.
I think the event schedule, this slide, is really just to represent the fact that we are doing a lot beyond the scope of the field of play. That was our commitment, that was our vision, and that's what we talked about when we went to Cartagena to win this bid for Canada. And this gives you an idea of all the different things that are coming together now to make this event as absolutely as special as we think it will be. One other thing that I should note is that we have, since we spoke with you last, the return of softball and baseball has been slated. The vote on that for the Olympics in 2020 has been slated to the week after our tournament ends. What this means for Surrey 2016 is we are now anticipating, and we've been put on notice, that we will receive a large number of IOC delegates who are unfamiliar in particular with the sport of both baseball and fast pitch. They will be using our event to learn about the sport. So we're anticipating a large number of international delegates representing the IOC partners to be in Surrey to learn about softball and to visit and learn a little bit more. It will elevate our sport again on the international stage, and this event in particular, I can tell you that the amount of interest in Surrey 16 at the international sport level has absolutely reached a fever pitch when Greg was in Oklahoma with the delegation, and we are just so very excited to fulfill this bid here on behalf of Surrey. Again, I want to reiterate our thanks not only to Council for your vision in supporting us in the idea, this crazy idea we had to stage the world's largest North America's largest single sport world championship way back many years ago, but also to city staff who have been absolutely tireless in supporting and preparing this venue. Greg is entirely right. When we were in Cartagena and the years leading up to that, we were very concerned, and the dedication by Laurie Cavan, Owen Croy, Hugh Norris, and the members of the extended Parks and Rec team have been absolutely crucial to allowing us to go to Oklahoma and show what we've built here as a group. But as our partners, we want to say thank you, and we're just so excited to get these last 18 months underway and stage something that we think that this city and province and country will be very, very proud of. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I assume that's the end of your presentation?
It is.
Very good. Madam Mayor, questions?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. More of a comment than a question. Thank you very much for the update. When I think about the participation of the number of volunteers it took when we did the BC Summer Games and the enormity of the task that you have put in front of yourselves and the volunteers, I'm astonished at how far you've come and how much you've done. So I really do want to reach out and say thank you very much, and you will be putting Surrey on the map with this event. I'm pleased to hear you say that we have risen to the occasion, because I recall the comments around the grounds and the work that needed to be done there, and we did take that very seriously and put it upon ourselves through Council and funding approval and making sure that we had the resources to make the changes necessary. So I'm so happy to hear you say that paid off. I share your thanks with to our General Manager of Parks and to Laurie, and I see Hugh is in the audience, and Hugh, you've done an amazing job. We hear about it all the time, so thank you very much. I'm curious as to how you're going to integrate the Canada Cup within the 2016 Worlds, and whether or not it will sort of take is it a separate inclusion, or is it an integration and an assimilation into this world event?
Mayor Hepner, that's a very astute question. We will continue on.
Yes, my first one today.
We will carry on this year with our youth tournament, because that's really why we're doing this, is to inspire youth. It's part of our core mission. So the Canadian Open Fast Pitch Tournament will continue. Those games will be primarily played at Cloverdale Park and Sunnyside Park, possibly a fourth venue. The teams that come into that tournament will pay a registration fee and have an opportunity to inexpensively upgrade their pass, their wristband, to allow them into the World Championship. So it will be separate but the same.
Okay, so it will be a way to ensure that they can be engaged in the world as well if they want to be. Okay, I like that approach. Thank you. Thank you for that. And thank you, Greg, for all the work that you've done in bringing this to fruition. I don't think that without you and Laura and the enthusiasm and passion that you've brought to this, that you would be broadening that into some of the smiling faces we see here today with your other volunteers. So I appreciate all the work you've done in making sure Surrey's center stage on this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councillor Martin.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I too want to pass on my congratulations. This is going to be very, very exciting, and thank you to all the volunteers and certainly all of the executive for putting this together. Two things. Is this going to coincide with our Fusion Fest, and that's directed to Laurie Cavan? I forget the dates.
Through the chair to Councillor Martin, we're still in the process of finalizing our dates for the 2016 Fusion Festival,
right.
But it will definitely be either the first weekend or the second weekend, so there will be some coinciding there. And the delegation has also appeared to the Diversity Advisory Committee and has reached out to those members of that committee to include and welcome them in the tournament. So there's definitely opportunities for us to work together.
Exactly. I think that would be really something that would coincide quite nicely, actually. And the second thing that have you reached out to the Association de Francophones through School District 36?
It's on our list.
It's on your list, okay, because I can provide you
We've been meeting with all of them, and further to Laurie's comments on Fusion Festival, we have under our plan a community engagement area in between the ice rink and the ball field. The plan is to block that off and create an entertainment zone that is free for anybody to participate in. The one thing I think is important to note is that every single team, and some to a higher degree, but every single one that has said that they want to come have actually asked for additional time because they all want to come early. And for the first time that we've actually, in a World Championship, we have teams that wanting to come up to a week early and stay in our city, stay in our community, and experience not only Surrey but Canada. It's a huge, huge huge coup for, I think, the reputation we have as a province and as a country to have these teams that are literally fundraising now in order to be able to, a lot of these nations don't have the big budgets, and they want to come and they want to be part of experience this. So it's just so exceptional what's happening here and the momentum that started.
Fabulous.
Yeah, so I think Surrey will be welcoming these many, many athletes and all their families and fans for an extended period, and that's what a great opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillor Hain.
Thanks, Mr. Chair, and I reiterate what my colleagues and the Mayor have said, but as certainly as Chair of Parks, Rec and Sport Tourism, this aligns just so perfectly well with our sport tourism strategy in the city on so many levels. And it's not just a matter of hosting an international event and the spotlight that shines on us. While that is a wonderful thing, but certainly promoting active living and with our youth, and I love the way that it's going to be held in conjunction with the Canadian championships as well. Being such a multicultural event, which is very indicative of Surrey itself, and so that's very exciting. And really building our volunteer capacity, because for our sport tourism strategy, that's critically important. And for those of us who survived the BC Summer Games, just building that capacity of volunteers who realize what a rewarding experience it is, and many of us, of course, went through the Olympic volunteer experience as well, and so on, and building that capacity is tremendously important as we move forward as a city promoting our sport tourism. And finally, of course, one of the pieces on the slides that stuck out to me was that $20 million of economic spin-off for our city, and that can't be overemphasized enough, because that's going to mean a tremendous influx particularly for our hospitality sector, but that has ripples throughout the entire community. So this is just a wonderful event, and we really appreciate all the efforts that you're doing, and we look forward to a really successful games. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillor Verlinen.
Thank you. Well, I echo all those comments. Because of time, I'll just ask one question, because I remember this was one of the challenges when we first started talking about this initiative, is accommodation. And how are you doing about securing the kind of accommodation you are now going to need with the number of teams coming and people coming and wanting to stay on?
So that's great. We've been working with the Surrey tourism people. They've been helping us coordinate with hotels. I know Councillor Hain was at a meeting to assist us through. The hotel group has been fantastic. There's not enough, so we're going to have to work out some other areas here. We have some provisions here for some billets through the cultural communities. We have a few other opportunities through churches and possibly into a school. But the hotel rooms in this town during that 2-week period are going to be full, for sure. So we're working hard, and you're right that initially accommodations was one of our greatest challenges.
That's good. So it's coming along in a positive way.
It is, yes.
Thanks.
If I could just briefly speak to the issue of volunteerism, as Councillor Hain said, we won this bid because of our volunteers. These people up here are absolutely fantastic. And they represent, we I think have 100 to 150 people now engaged out in the field doing speeches and preparation and planning for this tournament. If the mission of Surrey Tourism here is to host these kind of events, you're in good hands. The amount of volunteer hours and the passion that goes into it from these people and from the others on our organizing committee is fantastic. And really that's the magic that runs this tournament.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Gill.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Greg, I just really wanted to personally recognize your efforts. I saw you firsthand putting this bid together, the commitment that you had and the tremendous amount of work that you did on this behalf of Surrey and your organization, so thank you. Certainly, I think the economic benefits will be great with this event, but certainly I'm really proud of you guys being able to bring in Team Israel. I think that's something that no one else has been able really to do over the years, particularly in North America, so I think that you guys have been exceptionally successful to date, and looking forward to a great show. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And I just have one question. Have you identified a security chief yet?
No, are you looking for a job?
No. I'm going to make a suggestion to you, though. Have you contacted Chief Forty, or Police Chief?
Yes.
He's aware of this?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Enjoyed your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Move adjournment.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed?
Carried.
Carried.